Good morning, and welcome to our Sunday morning forum. We hold this forum each Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m. at Fellowship Bible Church, Middleburg, Florida. Welcome. Let's follow along now while we listen to Matthew 24, verses 16 through 20.
Matthew chapter 24 verse 16, Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. 17 Let him who is on the housetop not go down to take anything out of his house. 18 And let him who is in the field not go back to get his clothes. 19 But woe to those who are pregnant and to those who are nursing babies in those days. 20 And pray that your flight may not be in winter or on the Sabbath.
Verse 16, the first phrase, Then let those who are in Judea, and in the NAS it says must flee. These are warnings specifically addressed to Israelites. Judea housetops and the Sabbath all speak to Jewish environment. France writes, a refugee's lot is hard enough without extra impediments. In light of the broader context in this chapter, these words of Jesus should be understood as having primary application to those who see the abomination of desolation in the very last days during the Great Tribulation, and those events are yet to come. Yet there is no doubt that some ways the catastrophe that came upon Judea and especially Jerusalem in AD 70 was a foreshadowing of that future event. Pastor David Guzik writes, an imperfect foreshadow of the ultimate fulfillment. For this reason, virtually all the Christians fled Jerusalem and Judea in the years leading up to AD 70. When the Roman armies arrived in the area intent on putting down the Jewish rebellion in the Roman province of Palestine. Because Jesus told his disciples about the abomination of desolation, which is set up by Antichrist in the middle of the Great Tribulation, and warned them of the coming destruction in the Great Tribulation, some Christians believed that all Christians will go through the Great Tribulation. To them, it seems evident. Why would Jesus say these things to his disciples if his disciples would not experience them? The answer is simple. We know from this passage and other passages that God will remove his church before the fury of the Great Depression, catching them away to meet Jesus in the air. 1 Thessalonians 4, verses 16 through 17. Yet this information is valuable for followers of Jesus so they can understand his plan for the future. This information is especially valuable for those who will become his disciples in the Great Tribulation after the church is gone. We do well to remember that the disciples who heard Jesus say these words saw none of these things. Yet, it was still good for them to hear it. Even if Christians will not go the Great Tribulation, it is good for them and those who will welcome Christians into the tribulation to know what will happen during that time. Jesus spoke to all ages here.